Yes, sir, y'all. Welcome back to No Moral Victories, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Hey, we ain't got to that million subscribers yet, man. What's going on with y'all? Let's get to it right now. Hit that like, subscribe, everything. Tell a friend and tell a friend, man. Hey, today we are reacting to Beyond Scared Straight, memorable scenes, man. I know y'all remember this show, man. It's everybody's favorite show. Watch the little kids go act tough, man. Let's get straight to it. But before, let's like up. Like up.
Turn around and face me, toes on the line. Think this is a joke? Think it's funny?
Yeah.
Why? Yeah!
Beyond Scared Straight shows a program meant to turn
Yeah.
around the lives of young lawbreakers
Damn.
by showing them. Beyond Scared Straight shows a program meant to turn around the lives.
Hold on.
Funny?
Hold
Why?
on. Hold
Yeah!
on.
Beyond Scared
Look
Straight
at
shows a
look at his whole body lifted off the ground, feet included.
program meant to turn around the lives of young lawbreakers by showing
He up there chilling. Look at his face.
how life in prison
Look
really
at his
is.
face.
However, in some cases, it doesn't always go according to plan. From inmates that get a little too angry to participants of the program trying to sneak in weapons, Beyond Scared Straight
They was
has it
trying to
all.
sneak in weapons.
The mix of hardened
I ain't
criminals
seen
as
that
well as young
episode.
delinquents that think they're unstoppable brings for some very nerve-wracking situations.
Look how close they are, bruh. Come on. You gotta swing right then and there.
As well as young delinquents that
You're
think
not
they're
in my face
unstoppable
like that,
brings
bro.
for some
I'm
very
volunteering
nerve-wracking
doing
situations
this.
for our viewing pleasure. In this list, we've compiled the top 10 scenes in Beyond Scared Straight that will leave you speechless. So make sure to drop a like,
Let's get
hit
to it.
subscribe,
Like
and see
mine.
if you can stomach the
Subscribe
video.
to mine. Come
Number 10,
on.
0 to 100 real quick. This
Let's
scene
go.
starts by showing a teen laughing at some deputies that have backed him into a corner. After some taunts and more laughing, one of the deputies had this to say.
Shut your mouth and listen. Move.
This is when it dawned on him that he was dealing with serious, full-grown adults that knew they had power over him. His smile quickly
Yeah, they got
fades and his
power
eyes
over
start
him.
tearing up. The crazy part of this clip is how easily they were able to get into his head, and how you're able to see the moment when it clicked to him.
Now, artificial intelligence can generate ad creatives automatically. The program is called Ad Creative AI, and it helps.
They yelled, "We'll break you down. You're scared. You're already crying." And he starts yelling at them to stop while bursting into tears.
The boy
At this
is
point, he knew
crying.
it wasn't hard. Number 9. 19-year-old 10th
Oh, that shit
grader.
was weak. Number 10 was
As the
garbage.
teens are rounded up and brought into the room in which they take the mugshots, one of them decides to talk back to the officers. This obviously agitates them, with the officers telling him to shut up and quit the attitude. As he's called up to give his name, he makes sure to mumble heavily and responds to their questions with "yeah" instead of "yes, sir." This doesn't help his cause, and leads to one of the officers flipping his lid. The officer
Flipping
asks
his
what grade
lid.
he's in, and he says senior, but the officers know that he didn't have enough credits to be in the year he's actually supposed to be in. They ask him again, and he responds with this.
Yeah. How old are you? 19. What grade are you in? My last year.
No, he's in the 10th grade.
Damn.
After being called
19 in the 10th grade?
My last year.
No, he's in the 10th grade.
After being called out, the
19 in the
deputies have
10th
had enough
grade.
and roughen him up, dragging him out of the room by his collar.
It's a couple high school
This is one of the
basketball
most
kids
intense
probably that
clips on the
age.
show due to his blatant lies to the officers.
Damn. Hold on. Man, I'm volunteering. This is a volunteer thing. Don't snatch me up like that,
Due to
bro.
his blatant lies to the officers.
Hell no. Then, hold on. Then you got the
Due to
dude
his
next to
blatant
him.
lies to the
Feel it? Come
officers.
on. Look at Lil Man. Hell no. They think they got too much power, bro. They got too much power.
Charlie. Charlie is a 12-year-old boy that disrespects his mother and drinks multiple times a week with his friends. His mother says he's a follower of bad influence and thinks he's going down the wrong path, so she decided to bring him into the program.
Get right,
We're
Charlie.
shown scenes in which he's scared, and it never seems super sincere. It mainly looks as if he wanted to leave and get back to drinking with his friends. After the long day, he was reunited with his mother, a smile on his face. He said it was because he was happy to see her, but she saw straight through it. Because of this, he had this reaction after she said that he'd be staying there overnight.
Uh-oh.
The sheer disappointment after hearing that he'd be staying there even
Ah!
longer is what makes this clip so... The sheer
Hey, boy. Hey, son. You gonna stay here tonight.
disappointment after hearing that he'd be staying there even longer is what makes this clip so iconic.
You give me a hard time about everything. You don't want to do your room. You don't want to, and I just want you to stay here just for a little while.
Yeah.
Maybe.
That nigga missing out on that bottle. Like
Number
Casamigos
7,
waiting on him.
Darian. It's lunchtime in the jail, and nobody looks excited to have to eat the food that they're serving, except Darian. Darian, from the start, acts as if it's a game, and laughs at the inmates that he's sitting around for having to eat it. It seems as if the more angry they get at him, the more he laughs.
How many times do you think the inmates wanted to put hands on one of these kids, man? How many times do you think they wanted just to slap the shit out of one of these kids?
Then, they start scooping the food from the tray of a different kid at the table and put it onto his, making him eat all of it.
Knowing
After
that
getting
shit
done with the
nasty.
food, you'd think he'd be done causing trouble, but after cleaning the table, he looks at the camera and does this.
Got no waiters here. Might as well get used to it anyway. What was that? You dumb or you stupid? Really?
That boy acting a fool, man.
He's then carried out of the room and quickly starts crying after being pinned down and dragged on the floor.
It's not
Right.
funny now, is it? You're gonna stop being a yeah?
Number 6,
They got
James.
too much power, boy.
James is 15 and was admitted into the program due to disrespecting his mom verbally and physically. Before he came, he said that he'd be coming with an attitude, but once he was in the jail with the inmates, things quickly changed. When he was first admitted, he was giving the deputies a hard time, which was a big mistake. They had no mercy on him when they brought him out to meet the real prisoners, and made sure to let them know that he'd gotten physical with his mom before.
Damn, bro, what's up?
He was teamed up on by 3 inmates, picked up, dragged on the floor, and basically thrown around. This is one of the most
Niggas
aggressive
just getting
situations that
thrown
the deputies
around.
have let happen on the show, and it definitely taught him a lesson. They said that the inmates don't like juveniles that disrespect their mamas, so this clip shows how the Beyond Scared Straight program works, and how even the hardest delinquents are broken down during it.
Hell no, boy. You gonna hit mama? Hit me!
Oh, yeah, you know I made a tray, right? Put it on
Number 5,
Messed
Tom is
up, bro.
pissed. With the 19-year-old 10th grader in the scene again,
He made that dress. Hold on. He made a dress, so somebody's gonna end up putting this dress on in the jail. Okay. That dress will be worn by when this episode is over. Somebody did put that dress
Tom
on
is
in the jail.
pissed. With the 19-year-old 10th grader in the scene again, you know it's going to be good.
19-year-old
As their
10th
group
grader
is sent down the
again.
hall of the prison where a group of inmates is being kept, we see the aggressiveness of the inmates. As they pass, they see a boy, Tommy, that they think needs to be taught a lesson. Therefore,
Damn.
when he passes them, they decide to pour a bucket of what they call pee on him.
Oh
He is
no.
instantly, absolutely pissed. He
Oh,
runs out of the
no.
room and says this.
Back down. They ain't finna have no pee on me, man.
Thank you.
Man. That is still pee on me, man. Nobody finna throw no pee on me like I'm not finna say something.
Get in
Money,
that
man.
cell with him.
Here, dog.
Open that
Lucky for
cell.
him, an officer talks to him and says that it's water, and that they were pranking him by telling it was pee. However, his reaction is what made the scene
Open
wild.
that cell up.
Number 4, family meetup. While 12 and 13-year-old Blue and Nard were acting tough for the
Blue
first
and
part of their
Nard.
visit, this all changed when they saw a familiar face.
What they
As they were
see?
being shown around the prison, a cousin that they knew wanted to talk to them. He then gave them an angry talk about how much he's been hating being in jail, and that they won't want to
Cuzzo.
be missing their mom by being locked
Cause
up.
oh,
This is a very emotional moment, and they both start crying. But Nard still tried to act tough. He was pulled out of the group because he wanted to go home, and ended up being handcuffed because he was thinking about punching the guards by flexing his arm. His breakdown after seeing his cousin, but still wanting to fight and get out afterwards, is pretty crazy for a 13-year-old delinquent. Number 3, Donovan is
man.
pretty dull. As young Donovan is initially
Yes,
brought
sir.
into the jail, we are shown the basic shakedown procedure. The deputy brings him down the hall and starts patting him down for weapons, when we see him grab for an item that fell down his pants with a thud. To his surprise, it was a knife. It was not stated whether or not he just forgot about it, or if he
getting
brought it in
shanked up.
self-defense, but it doesn't matter. Any
Just in
person that
case
tries to
anybody
bring a
tripping,
weapon
boy.
into jail is immediately put in it themselves. Donovan got lucky in this case. The officer stated that because he was in the Beyond Scared Straight program, we cut him some slack. He was very lucky. The shock by the officer that a teen would try something like this, and the fact that he was able to get away with bringing a possibly deadly weapon into the jail with no consequences, makes this an extremely crazy scene.
Boy came shanked up.
Anytime
Anybody
anybody
tripping, I'm
brings
on
a
him.
weapon into the Fulton County Jail and is confiscated, they automatically go to jail. Who's participating in our youth intervention program? Donovan was very lucky.
Number 2. Surprise! What starts as a normal scene for Beyond Scared Straight, a teen being disrespectful to deputies and learning his lesson, takes a different twist this time. He stated that the program doesn't scare him, and
That's
told
right.
deputies to stop trying him and to shut up. He even at one point states that he doesn't have to be there and tried to leave. However, this doesn't last very long. As he's escorted down to where the prisoners are, he is instantly in tears, obviously in distress. With the huge men yelling at him, his tough guy attitude was obviously shattered when the tears started.
That tough guy stuff will always go out the window as soon as they talk to them real prisoners, man.
It seemed as
But
if in
shit.
one moment he stopped listening to the inmates that were yelling at him
Niggas-
completely,
Everybody
distracted
yelling,
by
boy.
something else on his
I'm not
mind.
hearing nothing while
And
they
that was
yelling.
exactly what happened. Afterwards, he was heard saying that he saw his stepdad in the prison, which absolutely crushed him and made him get his act together.
Come on in here, show me y'all funny you is. Come on. Show me how funny you is. Make me let go. My dad in here. I ain't stunning your dad. Where's your dad? I ain't stunning your dad. I'm your dad. That man say he your dad.
Open that door back up.
Your ass would be doing what you do.
Open that door back up then. Open that door.
Your ass would be doing what you doing now. If that's how tough you want to be about it.
Number 1. Austin.
They're
Austin
too
may be one of the
hands-on,
most
bruh.
disrespectful people that have been featured on
Sheriff's
Beyond
is too
Scared Straight.
hands-on for me.
Sitting in a close environment with inmates telling the juveniles stories about prison, Austin shrugs it off and says this.
Right now, so it don't matter.
Excuse me?
I said it don't matter.
Oh, it don't matter?
No,
It's gonna
I'm
matter.
not coming here.
I promise. When that
Right?
Yeah, get on their ass. Is that a female?
when that
Right? You
Is
got
that a female?
After making the inmate mad, he gets confronted by a much more level-headed one. He decides to get on his level and asks what he does in his free time. Austin then tells him that he enjoys playing football, but when the inmate asks how he'll be able to play football in jail, he gets angry. Austin says that it won't matter
He
because he
gets
won't
angry.
end up there, and told the inmate to talk about it with me when you're out of jail. Just when you think that Austin would never be quiet and respect him, the inmate threatens him with this.
Austin,
Yeah,
what do you do?
I play football.
How much football you think you're gonna play here?
I'm not gonna be in here, so it don't matter.
You think I'm a cool guy here? This is my house. This is where I go. I used to play hockey. I wanna know, come here. How old are you?
I'm not gonna come here, so
You.
hey, get out of jail.
I'll see you when I get out. Cause I'll come find you. Because you know what? Coming back here, it ain't nothing to me.
That will definitely shut
That
up
ain't
Austin for a
nothing to
while.
me.
Thank you everyone for tuning in to
Shout outs to y'all, man. Shout outs to y'all. Shout out to Beyond Scared Straight, man. There was some cool moments. Not the best ones. I thought there was some better ones, but shout outs to them, man. We need that 1 million likes, though, man. 1 million subscribers. We on the way. I ain't seen it yet, but we on the way.